Unfortunately, my camera has broken.
Awesome.
I don't be afraid if you want to turn your camera off now. I completely understand. So
It's okay, no problems.
awesome. Yeah. So how are you this morning?
Yeah, not too bad. What about
Not too
yourself?
bad. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I only just woke up about half an hour ago, so I'm just still kind of getting up.
Oh,
What
there
time do
you
you
go.
usually get up? Or get up at 7 o'clock?
Normally sort of not early, about 7. Not too bad.
Yeah. I'm not much of a morning person. I take a little while to kind of warm up, so I'll do my best today.
No worries.
Awesome. So just before we begin, I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of the plan for today. Obviously, I want to try to get through this as fast as possible, so not to waste your time, not to waste my time, and just to see if we are a good fit to move forward together.
Mhm.
And then if we are, awesome, and if we're not, we can go about our days. Right?
No worries.
Awesome. So the plan for today, I just kind of want to ask you a few questions regarding like your marketing. I know we did kind of do a little bit of that over the phone the other day,
Yep.
but I kind of wanted to go into it a little bit more and see kind of just where you're at, as well as kind of where you're at regarding like your close rate and all this kind of stuff with your appraisals, how many you're getting a month, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then yeah, if it sounds like I could potentially help, then I'll put forward kind of what I do, and we'll go from there. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So I've just got a list of questions here. Where are they? Yeah. Okay. So how many staff do you currently have working for you or under you currently?
I don't. I don't.
Okay. Got you. Don't mind me. I'm just taking some notes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Um, Yeah, awesome. And how many appraisals are you currently doing per week?
Look, anywhere between sort of 3 and 7.
Yeah, awesome. And how many are you like kind of aiming for?
Probably about that. Probably about 5 a week is what I'd like to be doing.
Yep.
Um, but a lot of the ones I've been doing lately are real people just fishing exercises, which is not
Mm,
normal. They're just kind of, hype about market, what's my place worth, and not a lot of them are kind of motivated sellers,
yeah. Okay.
which hasn't normally been the case in the past. So that's interesting.
Yeah. So you're mainly kind of looking for people that aren't looking to waste your time and people that are actually looking to sell.
Yep.
And so it's not about the number of appraisals that you're doing, it's about the quality of the appraisals.
Yep. At this stage, yep.
Yeah, okay. And so what do you think's changed?
Uh, I think people, I think there's a lot of media in WA around, you know, it's the hottest market. So people are kind of going, oh, well, I haven't had an appraisal for, you know, 10 years. Let's see where we sit.
Yeah.
And there's some that are looking to, move on, but they're just sort of starting their journey and knowing
Mm.
that the market's tight, that they're figuring out how they make a move in this market. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Mm. And what are you currently doing to increase the quality of the appraisals that you get through or the leads that you get through?
Well, I thought I had done that, but I feel like they're getting worse. So I've got someone that cold calls for me.
Mhm.
I've also got I've got a database that they use, and they've been cold calling for me. And then I've got a database that I've had for a very long time, that they get sort of every 3 or 4 weeks a newsletter, and I get an amount of appraisals for that. And most of them are within 6 month sellers that they tend to be the appraisals from that database.
Mm. And so are you looking for appraisals that are looking to sell within 6 months or after, like within a year or within 3 months, or what's the
Normally
kind of
within 3 to 6 months, is your preference.
yeah, okay. Awesome. Um, and so with these this person cold calling for you, is that not one of your staff? That's someone that you outsource.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling me the name of the company or the person that?
Oh, look, they when they call as if they are a staff member of mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Awesome, awesome. And so, out of these 3 to 7 appraisals that you're currently doing, what kind of percentage are you closing into a listing at the moment, or
Look,
not even percentage?
prior to the last couple of months, it was
Mm,
probably about 1 in 3
okay.
that was converting. But lately, it's kind of with all of these crazy ones, it's like one
Mm,
in 12.
yeah. Okay. So we gotta up that number. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. And
Um,
it's just sort of like, oh, that's not what I was hoping for.
yeah, yeah. I understand. Um, and so, do you mind just running me through kind of what your process looks like to get more listings?
Well, I guess I spent a lot of time earlier in the year, I guess canvassing, outsourcing companies.
Hmm.
And this was when I went with the cold calling person rather than just doing it all myself.
Yeah.
And apart from that, a lot of it in the past has mainly been from my own database
Okay.
and newsletters and that sort of and referrals.
Yeah, yeah, got you. And so moving forward, what's kind of your plan to adjust your strategy?
Don't know.
Not sure yet.
Yeah,
That's okay. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. And so are you doing like DL drops and things like that?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So pretty standard there.
yeah.
What else are you doing? Are you doing
Uh,
like I know some people from Real Estate 88 are buying bus stops. I know some other people are they're putting their face on buses.
yeah, I've looked
Yeah.
into all of that,
Hmm.
and we're looking at bus banners and things, but it's more of a complete company branding to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the cost is horrifically expensive.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
You're bang on.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was having a chat to this guy, and a real estate just like yourself, and he spent $7,000 on a bus stop for a year or something, right?
yeah.
And I was like, okay, so what type of return are you getting on that? And he's like, I
You
have no
don't know.
idea. I was
No,
like,
that's the thing. You don't know.
okay. So do you have? Oh, you must have a lot of marketing budget to spend. And he's like, oh no, that was most of it. I was like, what? But
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. But anyway, moving on.
yeah. They're
um,
expensive. Yeah,
they really are. And it's very difficult to track the sort of the sort of like resources that you're getting back from it. The ROI is very difficult, very
yeah,
difficult. Um,
yeah.
um, let me just read through these questions. These don't really apply to you. Um, yeah. So, what was the kind of the main reason that you jumped on this call today? Was it just to have a feel, or what was the kind of thought process behind it?
I guess one of the thought processes is more um, like social media funneling
Yeah.
to generate appraisals and leads.
Yeah.
Um, whether that is the way I want to go, I don't know. But it doesn't hurt to investigate it, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. That's pretty much all the questions that I had for you. It sounds like you're in a little bit of a pickle. Um,
Look,
and
no, not really. I'm just trying to, I'm still doing 2 to 3 listings a month, which is fine. I just would
yeah,
like to get that up to, you know, an extra 1 or 2 a month. That's all.
yeah, completely understand. I'm gonna I'm gonna present my screen now. And I'm just gonna kind of show you through what it is that I'm kind of doing for some other people at the moment.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, here we go. Present screen. Um, awesome. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Don't worry about the infinity mirror there. That's disappeared. So, a lot of this is kind of a flow chart that I kind of made for today. So the kind of goal is to get more listings sold. This is the amount of appraisals that you're doing a month, right? I'm sure you probably get a lot of phone calls that kind of reach out to you just like I did, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I like to kind of differentiate myself and kind of show you the process behind how I'd potentially get you from X listings to X appraisals to more listings sold. And a lot of agencies they call up and they offer this service right here. So they create you an offer, they set up your ad account, they get you a like a spreadsheet on Google Sheets, right? And then they run these ads for you, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. We're going to charge you like $5,000 a month, and that's it. We're done, right? And then you get a bunch of leads on this spreadsheet, and then they may or may not turn into appraisals, right?
Yep.
It's just you have leads; they're not even guaranteed. But that, if you look at the process, it's not even like it doesn't take you to getting more listings sold. It just does the first little part, right? So it doesn't
Yep.
really cover much distance. So what I kind of offer as well as these three things in red, which is like the standard agency offer, I also do the ad optimization for you, cost per lead management, custom ad creatives, custom CRM system. Not sure if you need that, but it's always a bonus just to have. Media buying, that kind of thing, and that kind of just involves um, making sure the ads are actually working, right? Because a lot of agencies they set up these ads and they don't really do anything after that, right? And at a certain point, the ads kind of go dull, and people reach creative fatigue, and that's when they've seen the ads so many times that the ad starts to like become poor performing, and it doesn't really like it may have been the best ad in the world, and you were getting super cheap cost per leads, and then they've seen it so many times, and it's now starting to rake up, and it's like $50 to $70, right?
Yep.
Um, and so after that, which is where most agencies fall off, I also do some appointment setting and qualifying of the leads for you, right? So I have a follow up sequence that I can run you through if we ended up working together, but it kind of involves making sure that we get a yes or no answer from these leads that come through, right? And qualifying these people on your behalf. So, like you were saying, you don't want appraisals necessarily, right? You want appraisals that will want to sell.
Yep.
And that's kind of part of the process that I go through on my end that you don't even have to worry about because it's all done for you. You just wait for your phone to buzz basically, and I'm taking care of everything else. And then the Google Facebook review campaigns, because I'm not sure if you have a Google My Business. I couldn't find it online. Is that something that you have?
Yep.
Yeah. So we can do some review campaigns to get you some more reviews on these platforms to boost your results, boost your organic reach without having to cost anything extra. Also, SMS email marketing, which it sounds like you're already doing with your lead database, but that's just a bonus anyway if you needed some help with that.
Mm.
And then social media optimization. This is very different from ad optimization. A lot of people they run these ads for you, like I was saying, right? But just as an example, actually, I probably shouldn't show you his Facebook profile, his Facebook page, sorry, even though it's public. It's there's this real estate agent, and he wanted me to run ads for him, and he's like, yeah, just run ads. I was like, hang on, we gotta step back a second because his Facebook page doesn't even have a Facebook profile picture, right? And so it's like, hang on, we need to optimize your social media, right? To be able, if people see the ad and they click on it, that they, or potentially don't click on the ad and they go to your Facebook page, right? That it's not just some empty account with nothing on it, right?
Yeah.
It needs to look like someone actually owns this page and it's not just a bot, right?
Yeah.
And then also client pipeline management. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just you can see when a lead comes through. I don't know if I have this up. So this is a software that you'll get access to. I'll show you this real quick. This is just a dummy account that I've got set up.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Yeah. So this is just kind of some calls that I got booked in just for today, and so I set this up just so you could have a look, right? So when new leads come through on Facebook, right, or Instagram or whatever, they'll come in through this form, right? Then we can move them across, and as I filter them out, you'll see if they become interested, and we'll change that to like listing sold or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
move these around as you'd like. This is also something that's really important, actually, is this conversations tab. So this, I don't know if I have another one active. David doesn't have it. We have a conversations tab. I don't want to go into the account, but I'll give you a rundown on like a Loom video or something if you'd like, and then you can actually see my face if I get the camera working. But it condenses all of your social media directly into one platform, right? As well as text and SMS. You can see all the messages that I send through, as well as any incoming messages you're getting through your Instagram account, Facebook account. It's all linked into one place. So if you'd like to run the ads and you want to get them through Facebook, right, it will all pop up in the same spot, and you can have an app on your phone. It's an amazing software. It really is. Those are just bonuses, though. That's not here what I'm trying to tell you about. And then once we can even set up a calendar for you and have these leads booked directly in. So when you want to do appraisals, maybe it's just like 12 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, we can have those people booked directly into your calendar. And then all you have to do is look at your calendar for the day and then go do the appraisals and do what you're already doing to get that listing sold right at the end. But it's a much more comprehensive service than what a lot of agencies are offering. And the big part is the actual qualification of those leads, because there's no point wasting time. And I could say I can guarantee you 120 leads a month, right? But if none of those leads actually turn into appraisals and none of those appraisals turn into listings, then what are you really paying me for, right?
Yeah.
Basically, service isn't some simple ads set up, blah, blah, blah. No crazy ad retainers. Software, you can track all the leads. The big part that I really want to, I think I went through this on the call with you, but in Perth, there is in Australia, there's 64,000 real estate agents, right? In Perth, right, there is only 200 results. You can have a look at this on Facebook Ad Library yourself. This isn't just some result that I've come out of my ass with, right? There are 200 results, as you can see right here, and that isn't 200 results of like individual real estate agents. It's dollars per cost per lead. Sorry, not $3 cost per lead. $3 per 1,000 impressions that you're going to be getting on a bus stop. It's you're spending $7,000 and maybe getting 60,000, right?
Yeah.
And there's not really much more I can say. I'm trying to convince people that social media advertising is the way of the future, and all the real estate agents in Perth are kind of stuck behind on this very ancient approach to advertising. And as someone that's worked previously in the Gold Coast for the last few years doing all this paid advertising, it's like, what are these people doing?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It really is. But yeah, does that sort of make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any questions on what I kind of do, or what you would like to know?
I'm guessing basically you're just running ads, but then qualifying the leads that come through rather than just running the ads and passing them on. That to me seems that you're just taking it a few steps further.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So saving you both time and making sure that we get you the right people. There's a lot of different things that I can do to target the suburb that you're after. Are you looking? Are you North Perth, South Perth,
North. Yep.
North? Like what? Like Mount Lawley or?
Yeah, Mount Lawley, Inglewood, West Perth.
Yeah. So with the ad optimization, we can target those areas specifically, right? Your suburbs.
Yep.
So it wouldn't even I know this guy that was running ads for another realtor, and he's like, ads don't work. And I was like, no, that's not true. Why do you feel that way? And he says, oh, it's because I was getting all these leads from Sydney and Melbourne. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Turns out I had a look at his ad account, and the agency didn't even know how to set up their ads to target just um, just Perth, basically. I was like, well, this is the issue. It's literally like three buttons that he could have clicked and fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we can really niche down to exactly what you want to do to even the suburbs. Oh, actually, I want to show you one more thing on the type of ads that are working. And the worst case, if you don't want to move forward today, you can take this information and rock it yourself if you want to do your own paid ads or do this process yourself. Um, but yeah, just to give you, I did say I was going to give you some value today, so I don't want to lock that in. So can you see my screen?
Yep, it's coming up now. Yep.
Awesome. So these are the kind of the main ads that are working. These are just stills, by the way. Obviously, I can't show you videos because it's quite difficult. But
Yeah.
these are the stills that I've got. So I've kind of categorized them into 4 different sections: personal/info ads, just sold ads, sell by, and suburb. So personal ads are ads that kind of feature a picture of yourself or like someone that's selling, along with some sort of information potentially about themselves. So this fella's got his like a good Google review, and that's his ad. Personally, not that much of a fan. I'm more of a fan of this style down below. So I'm not sure if you recognize this fella and his wife. They run a business together. The realtors in Perth, and the one thing I don't like about this ad is that it could have been improved by having the same sort of pose, same facial, but just moved outside and put in front of a house. So you can kind of insinuate that that house that they're standing in front of has already been sold.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of ad really promotes the trust, as like buying a piece of real estate is a lot of the time very personal, and you really want to be connecting with the agent themselves, right? Because you're trusting this person to buy this property for you and or sell this property for you. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of trust kind of involved, and having a picture showing off your face, showing off your full body, how you dress, it provides a lot of trust and validity to people before they've even met you, right? Because these people that are looking at your ad, this is the first time a lot of them are going to be seeing you. So it
Yeah.
kind of almost runs as a brand awareness campaign as well as a like a lead generation. Next is the just sold. So this also, I'm not really a super big fan of this type of ad. I know I've kind of blurred out the information, but it still says the street name.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. But a lot of people like to promote a house after they've just sold it, to try to inspire people to also sell their house. Like, oh, if this person sold on this like on my street or the street over, then maybe I can sell my house as well. That's kind of the
Yeah.
thought process behind it. But it is what it is. Next is the sell by ad. Kind of just pretty much takes a photo of the house. Maybe it's in a carousel, so multiple swiping images that you can go through. They're good. I not the they're probably one of the better ads. Probably this style and this one so far is probably my favorite. And then another option for the same is this is an Indonesian ad, but they've highlighted the plot of land that they're selling, and it kind of really pops out. It's like, oh, that's kind of where I am, as well as the surrounding area, how it shows the beach in the background. It kind of really establishes exactly where it is, and it's a big selling point as well that you're really close to the beach. So yeah, that's the kind of last one on that. Next, we've got the suburb ads. These are my favorite personally to get appraisals.
Yeah.
The reason being is you can target specific suburbs, like I was saying, and then show an ad that mentions the specific suburb. And so people, like, along with the ad copy that comes along with it, you can be like, "Hey, Frankston South," right? And they're like, "Oh, hey, that's where I live," right? And they're already caught directly into the ad. Next is like a Rockingham one, very similar. And finally, with the longer one, this one is even a little bit more granular because it shows the individual street names as well for where people are living. And if people see the suburb and then see the street name as well, it's like, oh, this guy is doing an appraisal on my street, right?
Mhm.
And so those are kind of what are working at the moment with creatives. But yeah, if that's any kind of stand out to you that you really like?
Um, yeah, I probably like the suburb ones, to be fair.
Yeah, same. They work really well. A lot of people don't like them though. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, no, as in like a lot of realtors, not how well the ads perform. The ads perform very well, but a lot of realtors they're like, no, we're gonna show them that I've just sold the property. I'm like, nobody really cares.
No,
But
no,
it's
no.
very funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you today.
Okay.
Is there anything you kind of wanted to go over?
Probably not at this stage. I guess it's sort of what's your uh, like setup time, fees, etc., all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I actually wasn't planning to go through any fees today. I just wanted to give you some value on the call, but yeah, we
Yep.
can definitely run through it. No worries whatsoever. Yeah, the setup time that depends on what we're gonna do with the ad creatives. If you can get me some ad creatives like within a day or two, we can get everything up and running by the end of the week, right?
Hmm.
So it's pretty fast. Regarding pricing, what what would you like? I have different. It kind of just depends on what you need and what you would like, right? Like if you're going for volume of appraisals and you just want to get as many, because there's two different options that we can go through in getting you more appraisals, right? One is we can just hammer out as many appraisals as possible, and it would just be a numbers game at that point, right? Like the more numbers, the more appraisals you get through, there's a higher chance of um, you getting a listing right out of it.
Hmm.
Or the alternative is we can go through and I can qualify all of the appraisals and make sure they're looking to sell in the next 3 to 6 months, and then give those ones directly to you, so you're not wasting time. What kind of option would you prefer?
Um, I don't know. Probably the second, I'd say.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say,
So
yep.
with that, usually I go for a retainer model, so based on the month, because otherwise the alternative would be volume through. And if we do a volume of appraisals that go through, I offer a pay on appraisal basis because then I have some skin in the game, right?
Yep.
Um, and I don't charge any like upfront costs or anything like that, right? But with going through the qualifying process, then if I was to do that pay an appraisal approach, we wouldn't our goals kind of wouldn't be aligned, right? Because I'd be getting money per appraisal that comes through, but then I'm also qualifying each appraisal for you. So that doesn't really
Yep.
work for us both. So I do
Yep.
a retainer model, and that starts at about $1,500 and goes up to about 3,000.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And then your pay on appraisal.
Pay an appraisal, we do $100 per appraisal.
Okay. Okay. No worries. All right. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Look at something that obviously you called me and we chatted on Friday afternoon. See what you're up to.
For sure.
Um, Look, at this stage, it's probably something I'll just keep in the background. But I've definitely got all of your contact details, and I'm just going to see where we end up over the next few weeks with my cold calling company, and whether I want to make a shift, add anything, drop them, see what sort of changes we're looking at.
Yeah, for sure. Is there did you jump on the call today expecting to go forward with something, or did the
No,
price kind of throw you off?
no, 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 not at all. It was really just to find out what you did. That's all.
That's okay. No, no,
Yeah.
I completely understand. But I appreciate your time. Thanks for the call. Hopefully I provided you with some value and got you something out of those creatives as well of what's currently working. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
do end
great.
up wanna do something yourself with those, then definitely take those ideas.
Okay, cool. All right. Thanks, Jake.
No worries. I appreciate your time, Angie.
Okay, bye.